Hello, friends, soon to be friends, friends that I don't even know I have yet. I always meant for this channel to also be a commentary channel. Just never really got around to it. But tonight, I'm kind of really upset and angry. It seems that my Netflix channel has been compromised and had been compromised. It was compromised 2 weeks ago. I got an email saying, hey, somebody logged in from China. If that wasn't you, click this link and change your thing. Your friends at Netflix. It wasn't a spoof email. So I did, not a problem. Then my daughter went to go log on just a little bit ago, and she's like, yeah, your email address is missing from Netflix. It's gone. I'm like, well, that can't be. I've been a member of Netflix. Oh, I'm going to guess I'm actually going to look right now how long Netflix. Hey Siri, how long has Netflix been in business? Because I've been doing them since they were DVD by mail.
Okay. I found something on the web for how long?
Okay, so they're in Los Gatos. Good for them. 1997. Okay, so yeah, a couple of decades, as I thought. Because it was the only place to get anime. And back in the 90s, Blockbuster carried maybe 5 or 6 titles, but at least I knew my stuff was safe at Blockbuster. Now you don't know who has it. I try myself to log in. I have a Sony Bravia TV. It's an internet TV. I proceed to try and log in to Netflix, and I can't. It says my email doesn't exist. I call the phone number, and they're like, well, that's not your email anymore. I'm like, yeah, it's my email. It's been my email since Gmail was a thing, so yeah, it is. Well, can you verify the credit card? Well, of course I can, because it's my account. First round of phone calls, it was like I called a college dorm during kegger time. Seriously, it was so loud, noisy, obnoxious. I'm like, am I actually calling a corporation? Netflix, am I actually calling that? I couldn't believe it. Hung up, call back again. This time, quiet. Didn't get the name of the guy. Good customer service, just unacceptable customer service. He tells me, well, there's a new email address on the account. I said, why don't you give it to me? I said, because basically what they're doing is they're committing mail fraud and it's identity theft. Because I'm looking at it and they changed my plan to a more expensive plan. They took my email address. They changed my icons and my daughter's icons to the Joker and Famar. So if you're watching this, read between the lines, buddy. And that's what they did. I'm your customer, they stole my identity. I'm the one that paid them, not these other people. And I just could not believe that they wouldn't release that information. It's like, why are you protecting? Someone hacked your system. They got into it. They pretended to be me. All I am is customer service. I can't help you. I can help you reset it. Okay, fine. We go through 4 or 5 emails. It's set. It's back. It's mine again. I'm not giving up. It's like, I want to talk to someone. I want to know exactly. I want the rule. I want where it says, if you're hacked and we're sitting here and we have, the email that they changed it to. So we can't even, it's foreign countries is what it is. It wound up, I have a list of IPs from Nicaragua and freaking Peru. Not the China one. They warned me about the Chinese, but not about the Peruvians and the Nicaraguans. So that was very odd. And when they switched back the account to the account I did have, I would have been tipped off immediately had I gotten that email from Netflix saying, Thank you for upgrading your account to the Ultra HD. For the 4 screens, your payment is now $15.99 a month. But you know what? That email never came. I'm blind in one eye. I can't see HD. I can't see 3D. None of it. Gives me horrible migraine. So I would have been tipped off. Didn't get that. But when they switched it back to $12.99, you bet your sweet bippy I got one. I got an email. Yep, your plane has been updated. Thank you, Mrs. Sipin. Blah, blah, yada, 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 skippy boom, whatever. So, still not happy. I want verbatim. I want to know where it says, you protect the hacker. You don't protect your customer. I would like to speak to your manager. Okay. He puts me on the phone with Wyatt. Wyatt then informs me that they are only... It's basically your call can only be extended to one level. And I was trying to figure with my Samsung how I was going to tape this, because I did tell him, I'm like, I am so unhappy. Based on how you handle this is based on whether or not I go on YouTube and I post a video to my channel. And so he handled it poorly. I told him that. He told me everything I said was recorded, and he would make note of it in my account. And he didn't. He just hung up and said, oh, that crazy whatever, so-and-so. So, yeah, that happened. But he absolutely refused. Well, we need to protect our customers. That's the only thing he kept saying. And I kept saying, I'm your customer. I am your customer. Not the person who stole my stuff. I just verified myself. If you call that person or email that person, they can't verify their stuff, but I did verify my stuff. He's like, well, what I can do is teach you how to go and find the IP addresses. Not that it's going to do you any good. So here's kind of in the middle of it. I had already been on the phone a good 15 minutes, like saying, I cannot believe, number one, that you only have a one-step complaint department, that literally the buck stops with the guy who answers the phone, whoever his boss is, and that's where the buck stops. I refuse to believe that. I think it's garbage. I think if that's really what Netflix is doing, then I already subscribe to Amazon. I have my Amazon Prime. I have Hulu. They were cool enough to do it for 99 cents for a year. They have anime. There's Crunchyroll out there. There's Funimation. Do I need Netflix? No, but I believed in being a loyal consumer until this happened. So I taped the conversation. So let's just hear a part of it, shall we? If you can even hear it, let's see. One escalation. So they have a one escalation policy, is what it's called. And you will not give me the hacker's email, even though I am your customer. They're not. All right, why don't you tell me the steps I need to take, Wyatt? See, so that I was taping that. Look up and see what I can do with the IP addresses. And it's not the China one. Okay, so where can I find the last login stuff?
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and send you an email that'll link you to the page you need to be on to get that information.
All right.
Go ahead and go into your email.
And you can only get it from them on top of it. They're the only ones. While they protect the hackers. When the identity theft occurred to me.
Okay. And here's the other thing.
Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Here's the other thing. Like, since they were able to go in and change my plan to a more expensive plan, at any point had I received an email, hey, thanks for increasing and doing 4 TVs in HD. We hope you enjoy it. That would have caused, sound alarms because I'm blind in one eye.
Blind.
HD.
Blind.
So that would have been helpful. I'm just saying, if you got that suggestion box, that, it's like, because I'm looking at it's like, I don't pay $15.99.
And mind you, there is an email in my email box that says, thank you for changing your membership plan to $12.99. because they increased it as of March 1st. So I did get that email, but the one for the $15.99 for the HD and Ultra HD 4K, I did not get that. So let us proceed.
I pay for Hulu, I pay for Amazon, and I pay for you guys.
Which I do.
Didn't pay for no $15.99.
True.
And then when I said whatever portion they watched, is it going to be credited back? And I was told a firm resounding no. It's like, alrighty then.
Company policy.
So
they won't do
whatever
it.
The billing cycle is. Hopefully, I'm not going to charge it back on my credit card.
Which I may.
All right, so I am in that right now. But these are just suggestions so that people like me, I do believe you're protecting the hackers. I think maybe Netflix is a big, I don't know. I thought you guys cared more about your customers. All right, so visit the following link to access my account. Is that what's going to take me to the IP addresses?
Yeah, so you'll just click on where it says netflix.com/your account.
And it brought me to Amazon.
For some reason, it brought me to Amazon.
It brought me to Amazon.
When you clicked on netflix.com/your account.
Yeah, when I
Clicked on the link.
I'm not kidding.
Yes.
I logged in Netflix.com.
And they did actually tell me to change my email address. An email address that I have had for 17 years. They told me to change it. That's not like good customer service. Change your email address. You change yours.
Incorrect, Pat. Oh, mother.
Yeah, it would not let me log in. I did totally forget that they told me that for the next several hours they were going to wipe absolutely anybody who tried to log onto my account from, because they don't, if you're on a VPN, you're not allowed to watch Netflix. I don't understand any of that.
Incorrect password.
So I thought that they had actually gotten control of my account again. Did I just stop it again? This just tells you how I'm just in a mood. I apologize. But this is just the very end tail of the conversation. You can say over and over again that we're protecting our customers, but when I'm your customer and I proved it
10 times a charm.
15 times.
So it brought me up to account membership and billing. There's my email.
Okay, so go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of the page. Well, actually,
I'm holding my tablet up.
So it's going to say membership and billing plan details settings. Under settings, it's going to be the second to last option. It's going to say recent device streaming activity. We'll just want to click on where it says recent device streaming activity.
Activate. Okay.
So aggravated.
When the device is used, the location it was in, the IP address, and what kind of device it is. That's all of the devices on your account, not just theirs.
Okay, so here's something funny. I got the email from you about China. This is in Peru and in Nicaragua.
Okay, so it's based on their IP address. If they're using a VPN, then it's going to be in a different location. That's why they use a VPN, so it shows a different location. But when they're trying to actually stream, which this only shows that they stream, it'll show the actual IP address because we block VPNs from streaming.
I don't understand. Where is the China thing that I got notified about first?
So they must have been using a VPN when you got an email about China, because if it doesn't show that they were streaming in China, that means that their IP address wasn't actually located in China. They were using what's called a virtual private network, or a VPN, which changes the location of where their IP address actually is. It basically makes it so their IP address is located in like a different server than the actual IP address is. But while they're trying to stream, we block a VPN, so that you can't use a VPN with Netflix. So because of that, if you're trying to stream, you have to turn off the VPN, and then that'll show the actual IP address and the actual location that they're actually in.
Weird, because it goes. Okay, so computer, iPhone. So this only grabs things you don't notice?
Sorry, what?
It shows that there's been no, from like December 14th to January 30th, that nobody watched Netflix, and that's not true.
Trying to understand
just
how they
curious
get
if
these
it-
things.
All right.
The device you were using that you used on January 30th was used at a different point in time. That shows the last time it was used.
Oh, the last time. Okay. All right, because it doesn't show me logging on now either. All right, I have these. All right, I would seriously suggest some sort of two-way verification that you call somebody or send out an email when they change payment plans. Because how they were able to access that without having my credit card, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. But they did.
Okay, and we appreciate that feedback, and I'll definitely notate that on the account.
Yeah, that'll happen.
But as far as giving an email address that the hackers use, there's no way in hell I'm getting it.
Correct.
All right. All righty. Thank you very much, Wyatt. You've been very helpful.
And that was the end of my conversation. I asked over and over again. They said no. They kept saying, we protect our customers. If a customer is someone who pays you for a service, that means I'm the customer, and I've been the customer for, let's say, 2 decades. The person who logged in from a different country, that's not America. I mean, ask my doctor, ask my neurologist, can I travel out of the country? No, I cannot. I have spine. But the person who logged on from Nicaragua and Lima, Peru, then back to Nicaragua and back to freaking Peru, they have all the power. They're the ones being protected. So I told my daughter I'm going to finish watching up my anime series on the Netflix. And after that, they are losing a customer because I am thoroughly disgusted. They don't offer me that much more that I cannot get on Hulu, which, shout out to them. The 99 cents a month for a year, you got a customer back. Okay, I was there when originally they were showing it, and I watched them for years before they became a pay for subscription channel. Amazon, I do Amazon Prime automatically. Netflix does not offer that much that, you can't get on a tick box or something like that. I'm just saying. Putting that out there, Apple TV grabs everything. So, yeah, no, I had no notice. So for all you people out there who don't, you think, okay, well, here's, $10 here for your credit card or for a mobile phone, and this for this TV app and this TV app. I think y'all should check them. And you'd be surprised if this happens to you. And it's Netflix. I don't know about the other companies, but they will protect the hackers. The hackers are their customer base. I mean, point blank. And a 1-point resolution. You're owned by a corporation. I'm sure you get paid hourly. You could have put this, but I'm sure it's his job to nip it in the bud. But this is just some of the worst customer service that I have had since I started actually caring about customer service in the past 35 years. Yep. It's atrocious. I was told to change my email address. Come up with something new. Get a new credit card. Why do I have to do that? Give me this email. I have the IP addresses, which I'm going to hopefully use as a thumbnail. But if not, I will show again right here on the video. If you guys know how to find out IP addresses, I'm sure we can do nothing. But if you want to harass them, harass them. They're thieves. They stole from me. They stole from me. But I understand that cybercrime, it's basically a new thing, but it's just not cool. It's not cool, and I cannot stand that it happens to me. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. So here is I'm going to put them up there again. Oh, that light. So I'll read it. Nicaragua, 186.77.235.222. Peru, Lima, 181.176.83.156. Again, now we have a different. Okay, so this is another one from Peru, Lima. They're all Android phones. 181.176.83156. Okay, so it's the same phone. So it's the same two phones from Nicaragua and Peru. Nicaragua, Peru, Nicaragua. Oh, no, it's not. So Nicaragua, there's another different one. It's 186.77.235.222. Wait a minute. Why did they look different? 7725. Oh, you know why? They logged into several. Okay, it's Lima, Peru, 190.236.151.210. So it's been around a couple of times, yeah, since I'm affected by this, I think other people should be aware that if this happens to you and you're in the middle of the billing month, it doesn't matter. When they keep the money, they refused flat out to credit my account. They refused over and over again. I wish I had started it from the beginning. I was a little heated and I wasn't so kind, though. I will admit it probably would not have been the best look for me to take from the beginning. But yeah, so rethink your Amazon. Not Amazon. I love Amazon. Rethink your Netflix subscriptions because your account stuff isn't safe. And in 6 months or a year, you'll hear, on the news, oh, and Netflix finally agreed that they're, announced today that, thousands of their accounts were breached. Geez, I wonder why. And there's no recourse for us. There is no recourse. And that's the sucky thing. There's none. They get to keep the money that was increased from my account. It doesn't matter if it's a couple of dollars. Let's say it's $2, and let's say it's a breach and it hits 1 million people. Well, they change from a $12.99 account to a $15.99 account. 1 million people, they get to keep all that money. It makes no sense. What happened to the core values of this company? I'm going to ramble forever. If you work for Netflix, if you actually know what regulation it is that says, oh, we cannot give our actual customers the information so that they can go to the police and file an identity theft report, I would be very interested in knowing it. But at this point in time, yes, since I already paid my $15.99, we will watch it till the billing cycle ends. And yeah, I'm staying with Hulu and Amazon. That's the kind of day I've had. Did not need to do any of this. It just, people are scum. People are flippin' scummy. That's all I got to say. Thanks for listening.